Hello everyone, and welcome to my Emmerdale news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Emmerdale's Nicola King appears to be a major problem for her wicked nephew Tom next week. Tom gets one step closer to being caught as Nicola becomes suspicious of his behavior. While many in the hamlet have grown suspicious of Tom after his wife Belle exposed him as an abuser, the deceptive vet has so far maintained the loyalty of his closest family members. Tom's uncle Jimmy has defended Tom and harshly accused Belle of lying about him. Nicola has also prioritized family loyalty by backing Tom, despite early indications that she isn't entirely convinced by his account of events. Next week, Nicola grows concerned when she realizes that her little stepson Carl appears to be terrified of Tom. Nicola quickly realizes that something is wrong, and she will undoubtedly begin to pay greater attention to the alarming circumstances. Tom frightened Carl earlier this month when he discovered the child had his missing tablet computer. The device held evidence that Tom was spying on Belle with hidden cameras. Carl later saw Tom smash up the tablet. Tom, unaware of this, later sought to buy Carl's silence during their computer discussions by giving him an expensive toy. Tom's bribery tactics clearly haven't worked off, so may Carl play a role in his downfall? Last month, Nick Miles, who plays Jimmy, indicated that there is a schism developing in the King's marriage as the Tom plot continues. Nick told Inside Soap, "It's a very difficult moment. We are as stressed as we have ever been." As this story with Tom develops, we get more prized apart because Nicola sees the holes in Tom's story before Jimmy does. Emmerdale will air these scenes on Thursday, October 24th at 7:30 p.m. on ITV1. With our collection of 18 new spoiler images, you can learn more about the episodes that will air next week. According to Emmerdale spoilers, Belle's downward spiral continues, and she begins to hear voices in her head after hitting bottom. Her friends and relatives express their concern for her, who eventually told the police about the abuse she had suffered last week when she admitted to hitting Tom with an axe. Belle suffered months of abuse from her husband Tom before finally snapping and stabbing him in the back with an axe during a fight. He secretly videotaped her, mocked her, and told her he had killed her dog, Piper, to name a few terrible acts. There are more. Following the axe assault, Tom stated that he would not tell the police if she dropped her abuse allegations. Belle remained strong, however, and confessed to the authorities that she was behind the attack. In addition, she told them about her awful mistreatment. Meanwhile, Tom was apprehended and scrambled to destroy evidence in the form of a tablet. Moira saw incriminating evidence against abusive Tom, but had a seizure and forgot. Belle attempted to recall her recollection, but had little success. Tom, feeling on top of the world, has been bragging about being able to walk freely. It is safe to say that Belle is under a lot of stress. The situation appears to be escalating. Next week in Emmerdale, Belle is very shocked when Mandy mistakenly discloses Kane had told Zach about Tom's abuse, and Belle struggles they discussed it behind her back. Her followers appear to be few and far between, with villainous Tom appearing completely attractive to everyone else. Belle is further alarmed when a bouquet of condolence flowers arrives at her home without a letter. Could this pose a threat? She spirals, convinced that Tom's warning to be silent was a death sentence. Feeling adrift, she defies her bail conditions and confronts Tom, leaving Lydia and Sam worrying for her mental health. Furthermore, Belle is completely without her father's knowledge and direction. It doesn't end there, though, as DS Foy shows up and arrests her for breaching her bail. At the station, they inform her that if she contacts Tom again, she will face imprisonment.
Belle is silently warring inside her thoughts, yet she maintains a serene demeanor in front of others. But Lydia is anxious that she isn't coping. We soon realize Belle's head is filled with voices, yet she is anxious to hear her father's reassuring tones. Belle is clearly at her lowest point, and Sam and Lydia are quite concerned. Belle King, Eden Taylor Draper, is in a downward spiral as her nightmare with violent ex-husband Tom King, James Chase, continues. But, with Carl Jr. terrified of Tom, may he hold the secret to defeating the wicked character? Elsewhere, Moira Dingle, Natalie J. Robb, prepares for brain surgery, while Ruby Fox Milligan, Beth Cordingley, is shaken by a revelation in her late mother Helen's, Sharon Maughan, will. Finally, John Sugden, Oliver Farnworth, attempts to prevent Billy Fletcher, Jay Consul, from making a serious mistake. Here are all of the Emmerdale spoilers from October 21st to 25th, 2024. Belle is distraught when Mandy, Lisa Riley, accidentally confesses that Kane, Jeff Hordley, had informed their late father Zach, Steve Hallowell, about Tom's cruelty behind her back. When some condolence flowers arrive without a note, Belle suspects it is a taunting message from Tom, and Sam, James Hooton, and Lydia, Karen Blick, are worried about her. Belle, struggling to live without her father's wisdom, violates her release conditions by confronting Tom, but is detained by D.S. Foy, who tells her that if she contacts Tom again, she would be imprisoned. At home, Belle appears calm while privately fighting her demons, and Lydia is concerned that she isn't coping. We soon realize Belle is hearing voices again, but she desperately wants to hear Zach's soothing tones among them. Sam and Lydia are distressed to discover Belle at her lowest moment, but can they help her overcome her mental anguish? Meanwhile, Nicola Wheeler, is concerned because Carl, her young son, appears to be terrified of Tom. Will Nicola be the one to reveal Tom for who he truly is, thereby proving Belle's innocence? Moira learns she has a new date for the surgery to remove her brain tumor, but she is deeply concerned as she and Kane discuss the difficult trip ahead. Moira later requests a large favor from her friend Vanessa Woodfield, Michelle Hardwick. But what exactly does Moira want from her? Caleb Milligan, William Ashe, is concerned that his secret may be revealed. Caleb worries he has been rumbled after Ruby is surprised and frightened by what is in one of the solicitor's paperwork. However, Ruby's world is turned upside down when the will shows that Helen had been secretly communicating with Ruby's daughter Steph prior to her death. Ruby feels isolated and vulnerable as she tells Chaz Dingle, Lucy Pargeter, how grateful she is to Caleb for connecting her to the close-knit Dingles, despite the fact that she is separated from her own relatives. Caleb is relieved to have made it through the will reading unscathed, but Ruby can't possibly stay in the dark forever. Will Jimmy King's, Nick Miles, transfer of the haulage firm to Caleb go as planned? Billy feels useless and unable to provide for his wife Dawn, Olivia Bromley, and children, and Mackenzie Boyd, Lawrence Robb, is surprised to learn that he is training for another illegal boxing match. Mac is impressed that John's impromptu tutoring session may have helped Billy's defense. John then recruits Aaron Dingle, Danny Miller, to persuade Billy that he is unable to fight. Will Billy listen? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.